Hi, my name's Shelley and I'm mum to Sammy. He's 5.5, and he has some ASD traits, and he also has a genetic microdeletion. 16p11.2, no name. What that does is it affects his communication, and he struggles to use his mouth in a certain way, his motor skills. So he has some learning disabilities and scattered developmental delay. But what I'd like to share with you is a few lesson or just overcoming some hard times when he was a bit younger, and he was about between 2 and 3, going to the park. His way of communicating to other children would be going up to them, pushing them or screaming in their face, which was quite alarming to other people. And as a mother, that was quite a stressful time because you never knew quite what he was going to do. I had to shadow him wherever I went. It was a very busy time. I was being like a headless chicken trying to look for your child. And so what I did was really just had to immerse him in these situations so that he could get more and more experience on how to manage himself and how to adapt to these environments in a more socially acceptable way. So it took about 3 months. One time he actually went up to a child and a baby actually and pushed the baby, and the baby fell over and hit his head. Was okay, but the mother was fantastic about it. They're not always like that, and you're always worrying about what other people are thinking. That's the hardest thing, I think, sometimes with a child with a disability, is being out in public. It's not your child, it's the outside world and how they respond to your situation, and they have no idea what's going on. So I just became quietly bullheaded about it. I had to do it, and it was for the betterment of Samuel's future and how he would handle situations. This would be in the supermarket. A great place to run or scream. He couldn't even manage, you know, he'd get a lollipop and he couldn't really understand why it went over the scanner to the other side, it disappeared. So I've got a screaming child at the counter. So it's all these situations that you can apply to any situation, and I still do. Just last week I did it in the supermarket. So yeah, it's just blocking out what is around you and just doing the job at hand. And the only way to get more stronger and more confident to do it is to do it and do it and do it over and over and over. We've overcome those situations, and it is empowering. It's hard at the time, but it's so worth the investment for the future, because once you've done it, tick it off and you move on to the next situation, and it's layer upon layer upon layer of the building blocks of strength for the future, and highly recommend it. You also can go away and cry, because I recommend that too.